Kelly Clarkson, one of the most recognizable voices of her generation, is preparing for yet another evolution in her multifaceted career. While the past few years have seen her dominate daytime television with The Kelly Clarkson Show, sources close to the singer reveal that Clarkson is gearing up to refocus on the very thing that first catapulted her to fame: music. Despite speculation about uncertainty surrounding her professional trajectory, those within her circle suggest that her future is actually far clearer and more deliberate than it may appear from the outside. When Clarkson won the inaugural season of American Idol in 2002, her powerful vocals and every woman charm made her an instant star. She quickly carved out a career as a pop-rock powerhouse, delivering chart-topping hits like Since You've Been Gone, Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You, and Because of You. Over the years, however, her career branched out into television, coaching on The Voice, and eventually launching her own talk show. But according to insiders, Clarkson has been quietly working on a plan to make music her central focus again. Kelly has always been, first and foremost, an artist, a music industry executive familiar with her career shared. Television gave her a platform to showcase more of her personality, but her heart has always been in making music. That's where she feels the most alive, and that's the direction she's leaning toward for the next chapter. The pivot back to her musical roots is not a retreat, but a recalibration. After several years of juggling multiple projects across different mediums, Clarkson reportedly wants to simplify her commitments and pour more creative energy into songwriting, recording, and performing. This professional shift comes on the heels of significant personal changes. Clarkson's highly publicized divorce in 2020 reshaped her outlook on life and work. She has spoken candidly about the difficulties of navigating single parenthood while maintaining a demanding career. Relocating her show to New York City last year was part of a broader reset, designed to give her and her children a fresh environment and more stability. That sense of stability is what sources say is now fueling her confidence to re-embrace her music career. She's done the hard work of figuring out what matters most to her and her family, a close friend explained. Now she's ready to step into a new era that feels more authentic. Music has always been her anchor, and she's returning to that with renewed purpose. Clarkson herself has hinted at this change. In recent interviews, she acknowledged feeling a creative pull that she can't ignore. While her talk show remains a cornerstone of her public life, she suggested that music would once again take a leading role in shaping her identity. The question many fans are asking is whether Clarkson intends to step back from her talk show to focus fully on music. While no official announcements have been made, insiders suggest that a balance is more likely than an either-or decision. The show isn't going anywhere immediately, said one network source. It's been a success, and Kelly is incredibly good at it. But she also knows that her audience first fell in love with her as a singer. She's not abandoning one for the other. She's finding a way to make both work without burning herself out. The key, according to those familiar with her schedule, is prioritization. Clarkson's production team is reportedly exploring ways to structure filming that would allow her more flexibility to tour or record. This could mean shorter seasons for her talk show or extended hiatuses designed to accommodate major music projects. The music industry, for its part, seems eager to welcome Clarkson back into the spotlight. Record label executives and concert promoters recognize her enduring star power and believe her return could reinvigorate a fanbase that spans multiple generations. She's a rare talent, a longtime producer commented. She has the kind of voice that doesn't just survive trends, it transcends them. Whether she leans into pop, country, or soul, people will listen. The anticipation for her next full-scale musical project is already high. Clarkson's most recent album, Chemistry, released in 2023, was widely praised for its honesty and emotional resonance, much of it inspired by her divorce. Critics described it as some of her most personal work to date, highlighting her ability to turn pain into art. If early whispers are any indication, her next project could continue in that vein, blending vulnerability with the powerhouse anthems fans have come to expect. For fans, the news of Clarkson's renewed musical focus is cause for celebration. Social media is already buzzing with speculation about what genres she might explore next, and whether a tour could be on the horizon. Some hope she will return to the arena-filling pop-rock sound that made her a household name, while others are excited by the prospect of more stripped-down, soul-bearing ballads. "I've loved her on TV, but I've missed hearing her live," one longtime fan wrote online. "There's nothing like a Kelly Clarkson concert. If she's planning a tour, I'll be there in the front row." Her presence on television has undoubtedly expanded her fanbase, introducing her to audiences who may not have followed her earlier music career. That crossover appeal could prove invaluable as she charts her next steps, bridging the gap between viewers who enjoy her talk show and listeners eager for her next album. Despite the narrative of uncertainty that sometimes surrounds Clarkson's career, those who know her best insist the opposite is true. Far from being in limbo, Clarkson is said to have a clear vision for the next several years, one that blends professional ambition with personal fulfillment. She's not floundering, a close associate stressed. She's being intentional. She's aligning her work with her values and her passions. That's what makes her future more certain than people realize. She knows what she wants, and she's going after it. That certainty stems not only from her artistic confidence, but also from her resilience. Over the past 2 decades, Clarkson has weathered industry shifts, personal upheavals, and the relentless scrutiny that comes with fame. Through it all, she has remained grounded, leaning on her authenticity as both a performer and a person. If Clarkson follows through on her plan to refocus on music, fans could see new projects as early as next year. While no release dates or tour announcements have been confirmed, the momentum is building. Insiders hint that she has already begun writing and recording, collaborating with a mix of longtime partners and fresh talent. At the same time, her talk show continues to evolve, with producers reportedly exploring ways to weave more live music into its format. That synergy could allow Clarkson to integrate her two worlds rather than keep them separate, offering fans the best of both. Whether she is belting out ballads on stage or sharing heartfelt conversations on television, Clarkson's appeal lies in her ability to connect. She has a rare gift for making people feel seen and understood, whether through a song lyric or a candid interview. That gift, more than anything else, is what ensures her future in entertainment remains bright. Kelly Clarkson's decision to pivot back to her musical roots is not just a career move, it's a reaffirmation of identity. For a woman who has spent decades balancing the expectations of an industry and the demands of personal life,